Day to all my friends out there in YouTube land. My name is Angie. I am an energy reader. I do oracle and tarot and channeling as well. Now, as much as I have tried to tap in on what the message for today is, Spirit has kept it secret from me. So, my guess is as good as yours on what we're going to talk about today. So, I'm going to go ahead and tap on in. We're going to use the Angels and Ancestors deck. Give us a little bit of what's going on. I'm nervous, so I'm just going to dive right on in. You know, the point is that we get out there and we use our voice. This is the point. And as we can see, it has a beautiful, great tidal wave effect, so long as we're doing it in a peaceful, playful, proper way, right? This is the key here. Excuse me. All right, angels, ancestors, be with us now. What is the message you have for us? What is the message that is so important for all that are watching at this current time? Okay, I have Lord. Take charge with authority. This is what I'm saying. We've got to take charge in our life. We have so many that are just sitting back and want to do something but don't know what to do. Get out there. Just get out there. Put your love out there. You can do so much just by being a good person. Just by the work you've done on yourself and reflecting that out into the world. That right there is a tidal wave. If our friends up north of me have shown us anything at all, taught us anything at all, it is when we keep, when we have that message and we keep it peaceful, respectful, truthful, and we accept each other's differences, right? That's the big thing, is everyone up there is accepting one another's differences, right? They're not up there to bash on one another for what we believe differently. There's so much we can learn from our hidden history. Our hidden history shows that when we take those opposites, masculine, feminine, and we unite them, that's where that divine, beautiful energy is. That is where that golden spot is when we unite our differences, when we unite what is opposite, right? And when we do it in a respectful way, a playful way. I mean, they got bouncy houses. Kids are playing with Legos. It's a very light spirit, right? It's not a dense feeling. It's not serious and we've got to put our foot down. It's very, this is what we believe in, and we're coming together. And that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to talk about that, because I'm going to leave that all up to you. And I highly recommend you do your research on what is truly going on up there, because it is beautiful and it is spreading like a tidal wave, because people stood up. They took authority, right? They stood up for what they believed in. And that's on a large scale, okay? This is on a very large scale. So let's scale that down, right? And this is just you amongst your friends. They're in that dense energy that we've left behind, of that drama, that talking about this Karen or that Karen. Excuse me, no offense if your name was Karen. But, you know, the drama, right? Or just complaining. This is where you take charge and authority, and you step up and you assert that beautiful energy and that loving energy, that compassionate energy of, did you look at it from the other side? Or, you know, change the subject, make it a little more lighthearted, but you add that compassion, that love to that conversation, and that conversation then will shift. The energy amongst the group of people you are in will then shift. Okay, so whether it is on a very small scale or a very large scale, you have the power to change the world just by bringing your love, your compassion, your respect, your understanding, right? By learning, by wanting to learn from those that think differently than you do. We can learn so much from each other, and I will stick with my analogy that I have used from the beginning. We are all puzzle pieces. We are all different shapes and sizes. We all come in so many different designs, right? But the thing is that when we fit together, we create a masterpiece. we create something beautiful, right? And that's what this is about. That's what this authority is about, taking charge in our own life. Standing up, not just sitting here saying, you know, this is wrong. This is, you know, this isn't fair. Well, stand up and do something. Stand up and bring that beautiful light, that beautiful energy. You know, I wish I could do more. I wish I could be on here every single day doing this, talking to y'all. Unfortunately, life has other plans for me at the moment. However, it's my little bit. So when I'm not doing this, you better believe that I'm doing the same thing in my own life with those people that are around me. When they're seeing something negative about somebody, it's like, okay, well, let's see the flip side. Perhaps they didn't mean it like that. Perhaps that's not what was meant. Communication is key here. Communication is everything, right? All right, let's get another card. See, this is why Angie uses the cards or she'll ramble. All right, Spirit, what else do we got? I think they want me to use another deck. We're going to go ahead and we've got Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. That's exactly it. We're all trying to heal. We're trying to heal on a mass level, but also on an individual level. And, you know, through all these past retrogrades that we had, I think a lot of us were really down deep within ourselves, doing a lot of inner healing. But you can only, you know, I believe that sometimes we hit a wall, kind of like writer's block. And when you get out, and you get amongst your friends or other people, or you just, sometimes it could be as simple as watching a movie, right? Sometimes I can watch a kid's movie with my daughter, and all of a sudden it clicks. Writer's block is gone. You know, not necessarily writing, but for whatever that it may be, for our spiritual growth, right? Sometimes you just get blocked, and it's as if you can't go any further. So when you're open to that information coming from the most random of sources, sometimes you can learn so much more, and then you therefore are unblocked. I've learned so much from my children. I've learned so much from kids shows. I've learned a lot. There's so much truth in movies. It's incredible. It's ridiculous how much truth is in movies. However, the point is that when you're open to other information, open to information that you weren't before, because we can sit here and we can know it all, and we can, this is what I'm doing, and this is my research, and you can get as far as you can go in what you know and what you feel. But then, what do? You know, I mean, I truly believe that, you know, humans are so unique in the fact that we love that Hobbit mode, right? Where I'm sorry, you know, Hobbit mode. For me, it's Hobbit mode, I'm short. But hermit mode, excuse me, it's the hermit mode where we want to be alone. We're deep in ourselves, our thoughts, our emotions. But we're also so unique in the fact that we can come together and create the same, you know, beautiful things with other people. Co-creation is beautiful, you know, and we all have something to bring to the table. This is why we don't want to entirely get rid of our ego, because then we're like all the same and stuff. The ego, when we say death of the ego, it means that part of you that has to fight to be right, even when you know you're not right, when you've been proven wrong, but yet you still have to be right. And so you've got to put it into the ground, or you know that somebody else, like you should lighten up on somebody, but you got that aggression. It's the ego. That part of the ego, that's the death of the ego. So we got to loosen up. We got to let that part go and be willing to be open to other information, open to other people being right or knowing something that we don't. It's beautiful, right? All right, they want me to use another deck, so we're going to go ahead and use my animal deck because, excuse me, one moment. Sorry, my dog wants in. Sitting there barking at the door. All right, we have my animal spirit guide deck. Spirits, what is the message? These beautiful, beautiful viewers need to know. Bee Spirit, sweet results await. Again, this retrograde, we're out of retrograde. All planets are direct. We're moving forward. But it still feels like we're in that shadow. Like we're just, it was such an intense retrograde with so many planets at the same time. It was so intense that even if it didn't affect you on a deep level, it affected the mood, the overall frequency that was being put out by all of us, the dominating frequency, right? And so it's kind of like we've really got to shake that off and realize that there are beautiful things coming. The next few months, to me, are some of the most beautiful energies that I've tapped into in a while, a very long time, okay? In the past 2 years, the energies that we have coming up over the next month and a half are so much more than what we have experienced in the past 2 years. It is beautiful. It's lighthearted. It's loving. It's like lessons learned, but like in a happy way, like happy tears, you know, tears of joy, relief. And I see these heavy moments, but they're like, they're relief, they're joy, they're peace. And I see smiles and joy. I hugs. I see so much hugs, and it's just a beautiful energy that is coming. And I feel like in a collective level, this is what we've needed to give us that oomph back, right? But I also feel like on an individual level, we need this so desperately, because people, you know, I'm with you. I feel you, and I'm there for you, because I understand that so many are going through such intense times right now, difficult times, and it's like fighting the darkness for so long and just not wanting to fight it anymore. But I'm here to tell you that darkness is lifting, right? Don't give up. You fought this far for a reason. You were chosen for this, for a reason. You were chosen for this, okay? So in those moments where life is throwing it at you from every angle possible to knock your ass down, remember, it's because you were chosen. And you succeeding means the dark does not win, right? You have been chosen to bring this new way of life in. It's a new way of life. When the Mayans and so many other cultures said that this is the end, they were right. It was the end of an era of history that has been so excuse me, I can say the word. It's been watered down, torn apart. It's been hidden from us. It's been shot. It's been destroyed, our history. And why? People want to say, well, why would anybody lie about our history? Why would anybody change our history? They took the magic out of it. Could you imagine if we all knew the magic that once existed on this earth? Our fairy tales don't come from nowhere. Mythology, there's a lot of real history to me in that. I do believe in many gods, you know, that there's, I advise or recommend for y'all to just look into some of our hidden history. You know, the mud floods is what got me started. The mud floods opened my eyes to realizing that there was so much that has been falsified, and there's been so much that has been deleted, and they're important key components to our history, to our timeline, you know. They took the magic out. That's my opinion only. Take it with a grain of salt, to each their own, but I believe that's what we're here to do, is to bring that magic back, right? It's been so watered down within our DNA and within us, and we're here to bring it back. We're here to help people remember that this earth was once home to some very mystical and magical ways and creatures and souls. And at one point in time, I believe we were all a part of that. And that's why we were chosen to come back and make sure that this world sees the light again. You know, put a tinfoil hat on me if you want, but I'll wear it with style. My point is that there was so much magic, you know, when we sit here and we have these memories that people tell us are just our imagination, you know? Follow your heart. Follow what you feel, right? All right, I'm going to go ahead just because it's February 14th now. I am not a full supporter of the day. I think we should love each other every single day and show each other that every day. But in the spirit of relationships, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card from my love deck. All right, what do we got for those relationships out there? All right, for relationships, or just for those of you that are seeking or have your eyes on somebody. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So, go after it. What are you waiting for? Put yourself out there. Like the Lord said, take charge with authority. Get on out there. Get your butt out there. All right? Go spread some love. Right? Go assert yourself out there. Go put yourself out there. Put your love out there. Put your good vibrations out there. And remember, you know, that so many people went through this thinking that this was going to be easy, rainbows and butterflies, and now their world is crashing down around them. They need love and support. They need somebody that's going to help them be understanding that, yeah, you're going through a lot of changes. The world's going through a lot of changes. Things are so uncertain at this time. But the one thing that is certain is what we've got inside of us, right? It's the love that we've got for each other, the respect, backing each other up, and man, we will thrive. We will thrive in the most beautiful way, right? So much love, and I'll be back. See you soon. Peace.